The Ugly Duckling.
The ugly duckling.
On a beautiful summer day,
On a beautiful
a
summer
family
day,
of ducks is
a family of dogs.
taking a swim while another is enjoying a stroll by the bank.
A family of dogs is taking a swim while and the others are taking a stroll by the bank.
But one duck is sitting on her eggs among the tall leaves.
But one dog is sitting above her eggs among the tall leaves.
I wonder when my babies are going to come out.
I wonder when my babies are going to come out.
They are taking so long to hatch.
They're taking so long to hatch.
It is so lonely. No
It is so lonely.
one has the time to visit me.
No one has the time to visit me.
But Mommy Duck didn't have to wait too long.
But Mom Dog didn't have to wait too long.
Soon the eggs started cracking, and the
Soon the eggs started cracking.
little ducklings started taking small, unsteady steps out.
Suddenly the small dogs started cracking and taking small steps and steady
Quack,
out of
quack,
their
quack.
eggs.
Oh, my
Quack, quack, quack.
babies
Oh,
are
my
so
babies
beautiful.
are so beautiful.
Now come and line up here, all of you.
Now, come on, line up here, all of you.
1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 3, 4,
5. Hey,
5. Hey,
there should be one more.
there should be one more.
Mother Duck looked around and saw one egg which had not yet hatched.
Mother Duck looked around and saw one egg that had not yet hatched.
I think I will have to sit again on this egg till it
I think I will have to sit again on this egg
hatches.
till it hatches.
It seems pretty large.
It seems very large.
Soon the last egg hatched, but the duck
Soon the last egg hatched, but the duck
that crept out was large and
The dog that crept out was large
ugly.
and ugly.
This little fellow doesn't look like his brothers and sisters.
This little fellow doesn't look like his brothers and sisters.
Introducing the English test designed for you. Convenient, fast, affordable, and trusted by top universities around.
The next day, Mother Duck leads her brood to the water.
The next day, Mother Duck leads his sons through the water.
Oh, I am proud today that my ducklings are swimming so well.
Oh, I'm proud today that my ducklings are swimming so well today.
And how well the youngest one is swimming.
And let me check.
Oh, I am proud today that my ducklings are swimming so well. And how well the youngest one is swimming.
And how well the youngest one is swimming.
Come on, kids. That's enough for today.
Come on, kids, that's enough for today.
We must get to the farm before it turns dark.
We must get to the farm before it looks dark.
The duck family makes its way to the farmhouse, where
The duck family makes its way to the farmhouse.
there were lots of other ducks.
Turns dark.
The duck family makes its way to the farmhouse, where there were lots of other ducks.
Where there were lots of other ducks.
What is that strange-looking creature doing here?
What is that strange-looking creature doing here?
The other ducklings are so cute, but
The other ducklings are so cute, but
this one is so big and
this one is so big and
ugly.
ugly.
He is ugly. We
It is ugly.
don't want him here.
We don't want it here.
That's not a nice thing to say.
That's not a nice thing to say.
He is still small,
He's still small, but
and I'm sure he will grow up to be beautiful too.
I'm sure he will grow up to be beautiful too.
But the other ducklings continue to bully and make
But the other ducklings continue to bully
fun of the ugly duckling.
and make fun of the ugly duckling.
I hope the ducklings stop this nonsense.
I hope the ducklings stop this nonsense.
I can't bear to see that poor child looking so sad.
I can bear to see that poor child so sad.
But as days went by,
But as days went by,
things started becoming worse for the ugly duckling.
things started becoming worse for the ugly duckling.
Wherever he went, everyone was mean to him.
Wherever he went, everyone was mean to him.
Have you ever seen anything uglier than this?
Have you ever seen anything uglier than this?
Seeing this creature in the morning, my day will also be as ugly as he is.
Seeing this ugly thing in the morning made my day be as ugly as this.
He seems to be getting uglier by the day.
Haha, he seems to be getting uglier by the day.
The ugly duckling just wanted to hide somewhere and cry.
The ugly duckling just wanted to hide somewhere and cry.
Even his brothers and sisters were rude to him.
Even his brothers and sisters were rude to him.
Mother Duck was very sad to see everyone treat the ugly duckling so badly.
Mother Duck was so sad to see everyone treating the ugly duckling so harshly.
Nobody wants to talk to me or play with me because I am ugly.
No one wants to talk to me or play with me because I am ugly.
I will run away from here.
I will run away from here.
So the ugly duckling flew over the fence of the farmyard and
So the ugly duckling flew over the fence of the backyard
continued flying until he spotted a large moor. He
and continued flying until he spotted a large moor,
decided to spend the night there.
and he decided to spend the night there.
I am so tired.
I'm so tired.
I think I'll spend the night here.
Next
I think I'll spend the night here.
morning, the ugly duckling woke up to the sound of loud quacking.
Next morning, the ugly duckling woke up to the sound of a hen.
So tired. I think I'll spend the night here.
Next morning, the ugly duckling woke up to the sound of loud quacking.
of hen quackling.
He opened his eyes and saw a flock of wild ducks.
He opened his eyes and saw a
Tired. I think I'll spend the night here.
Next morning, the ugly duckling woke up to the sound of loud quacking. He opened his eyes and saw a flock of wild ducks.
He opened his eyes and saw a flock of wild ducks.
Who are you? What are you
Who are you?
doing here?
What are you doing here?
Can I please stay here for
Can I please stay here for
a while?
a while?
I have nowhere to go.
I have nowhere to go.
You are ugly.
You are ugly.
Stay here.
I stay here,
Don't get in our way.
but don't get in our way.
The ugly duckling stayed on the moor for a few
The ugly duckling stayed on the moor for a few
days. He felt lonely, but
days. He felt lonely,
no one bullied him or hurt him because of his looks.
but no one bullied him because of his looks.
One morning, the
One morning,
duckling heard a noise like a big bang.
the ugly duckling heard a big noise like a big bang.
He lay still, too scared to move.
He lay still, too scared to move.
When he finally lifted his head and
When he finally lifted his head
looked around,
all
all the other ducks had fled.
the other ducks had fled.
The ugly duckling also fled from the moor
The ugly duckling also fled from the moor
as fast as it could.
as fast as he could.
It flew as fast as its young wings would take him.
He flew as fast as his young wings would take him.
However, suddenly there was a thunder and
However, suddenly there was a thunder and
lightning, scaring the little duckling.
scaring the little duckling.
I am so wet and cold.
I'm so wet and cold.
That cottage there looks warm. Maybe
The cottage there looks warm.
I can take shelter there.
Maybe I can take shelter there.
The cottage belonged to an old lady who lived
The cottage belonged to an old lady that lived
with her tomcat and hen,
with her tomcat and hen.
who found the duckling the next morning.
What
Who
is
found the duckling this morning?
happening here?
What is happening here?
Why are you making so much noise?
Why are you making so much noise?
What is this we have here?
What is this we have here?
Looks like a duck,
Looks like a duck,
though a very ugly one.
though very ugly.
I know what I will do.
I know what I will do.
I will keep it with me and wait for it to lay eggs.
I will keep it with me and wait for it to lay eggs.
Then I will have eggs for my hen and
Then I will have eggs for my hen and
from this duck too.
from this duck too.
Oh,
Oh,
but I do hope that this is a duck and not
but I doubt if this is a dog and not
a drake.
a drake.
So the ugly duckling stayed with the old lady in her
So the ugly duckling stayed with the old lady in her cottage.
cottage. But here also, the tomcat and hen made its life so miserable.
But here also the tomcat and the hen made his life so miserable.
Hey, you.
Hey you,
Don't you get scared when you see your face in the mirror?
don't you get scared when you see your face on the mirror?
Look at me. My coat is so silky.
Look at me, my coat is so silky.
Look at my whiskers. So
Look at my whiskers,
long and beautiful.
so long and beautiful.
The mistress says my walk is so graceful.
The mistress say my walk is so graceful.
You are such a loser.
You are such a loser.
You cannot even lay an egg.
You cannot even lay an egg.
Look at my eggs.
Look at my eggs.
Such lovely, big and brown ones.
Such love, such large and lovely brown ones.
Hola chicos, soy Marvin, estoy muy emocionado de hablarles de ópera. ¿Qué? El navegador diseñado para gamers como...
The ugly duckling continued to be lonely. He would
The ugly duckling continued to be lonely. He would
sit in front of the window looking at the small pond outside.
He would sit lonely on the small window looking at the pond outside.
How I wish I could swim in that pond.
How I wish I could swim in that swamp.
It used to be so nice when I swam in the cool water back home.
It would be so good when I swim in the cool water back home.
Are you mad? The mistress isn't going to let you go.
Are you mad? The mistress isn't going to let you go.
You have a safe house. What more
You have a safe house. What more
do you want?
would you want?
Behave yourself and don't anger the mistress, the cat,
Behave yourself and don't hang on the mistress, the cat,
or even me.
or even me.
Want to swim. Indeed.
What's a swim indeed?
The ugly duckling felt very, very sad, wondering
The ugly duckling thought very, very sad, wondering
what to do.
what to do.
I know this place is safe,
I know this place is safe,
but I feel like a prisoner here,
but I feel like a prisoner here,
being punished
being punished by
being not allowed to swim.
being not allowed to swim.
I want to swim.
I want to swim.
I want to be free to swim and fly as I please.
I want to be free to swim and fly as I please.
I have to escape from here somehow.
I have to escape here from here somehow.
Now,
So one night, the duckling quietly crept out of the cottage and went in
So one night the ugly duckling crept out of the cottage and
search of a new home.
walked into his new home.
Soon he found a beautiful lake
Soon he found a beautiful lake with
where he could swim and
where he
dive.
could swim and dive.
ah, this is such a lovely place.
This is such a lovely place.
Feels so good to swim after so long.
Feels so good to swim after so long.
I hope the other animals and birds here are friendly.
I hope the other animals and friends are friendly,
So I don't have to move away from here also.
so I don't have to move away from here also.
But alas, here too, the other animals did not want to be friends with the ugly duckling.
But alas, here also the other animals didn't want to be friends with the ugly duckling.
Why does everybody keep avoiding me?
Why is everybody keep framing me?
Just because I'm ugly
Just because I'm ugly
doesn't mean everyone has to be mean.
doesn't mean everyone has to be mean.
No one wants to play with me or even
No one wants to play with me or even
talk to me.
So
Talk
life
to me.
continued in this miserable way for the ugly duckling.
So life continued in this miserable way for the ugly duckling.
Soon the seasons changed. Autumn
So the seasons changed.
set in, and the
Autumn setting,
color of the leaves changed from red to orange and then
and the color of the changed from red to orange
gold.
and gold.
Winter followed. The forest turned white, and
Which are followed. The first turned white,
a very cold wind set in.
and the very cold winter set in.
The dark clouds made the duckling feel even more gloomy and sad. So
The dark clouds made the ugly duckling feel more gloomy,
duckling decided to go to the lakeside.
and the ugly duckling decided to go to the lakeside.
And what a lovely sight he saw there.
And what a lovely sight he saw there.
What are these beautiful birds?
What are these beautiful birds?
I don't think I've seen them before.
I don't think I've seen them before.
How beautifully they spread their large wings.
How beautifully they spread their large wings.
Looks like they are not flying,
Looks like they are not flying,
but just gliding through the sky.
just gliding through the sky.
Though the winter grew colder,
Though the winter grew colder,
the duckling continued to swim despite the freezing
the duckling continued to swim despite the freezing
water.
water.
Then finally took refuge in some
And finally, then he took refuge on some bushes.
Finally, it was spring
Finally, it was spring
again.
again.
Plants started sprouting,
Plants started sprouting,
and the sun peeped down from the sky.
and the sun peeked down from the sky.
The duckling was so happy that it
The duckling was so happy that
was becoming warm again.
it was becoming warm again.
Everything around me has become so beautiful.
Everything around me has become so beautiful.
My wings have also become strong, and
My wings have also become strong,
I can now swim in the pond close by.
Suddenly,
and now I can swim on the pond close spot.
the
Suddenly,
duckling once again saw the same beautiful bird
saw again the same beautiful bird
that he had seen at the
Birds.
start of spring,
that he can see in the start of the spring,
and quickly ran and hid behind some bushes.
and quickly ran and hid the ants and bushes.
Those birds are so beautiful.
Those birds are so beautiful.
I better not go near them, or they
Spring, and quickly ran and hid behind some bushes.
Those birds are so beautiful. I better not go near them, or they
I better not go near them, or they
too will make fun of me.
will too make fun of me.
I am so scared that they might kill me.
I'm so scared that they might kill me.
I'm so tired of being picked on by everybody.
I'm so tired of being hit on everybody.
First the ducklings at the farm,
First the ducklings at the farm,
my own brothers and
my own brothers and sisters,
sisters, the hen and tomcat at the cottage,
the hen and tomcat of the cottage,
and everybody else.
and everybody else.
I wish I had never been born.
I wish I've never been born.
The duckling went to a quiet spot on the lake
The duckling went to a quiet spot on the lake,
where nobody could see him.
for nobody could see him.
He was very, very sad,
He was very, very sad,
and big fat tears rolled down its face.
and big fat tears rolled down his face.
Suddenly, the duckling saw its own reflection in the lake
Suddenly the duckling saw his own reflection on the lake,
and couldn't believe his eyes.
and couldn't believe his eyes.
For staring at him in the
For staring at him
clear water below was
in
his
the clear water below was his
own reflection.
own reflection.
No longer a dark, gray bird,
No longer a dark gray bird,
ugly and repulsive to look at.
ugly and repulsive to look at.
Instead, he had turned into
Instead, he had turned into
a graceful and beautiful swan.
graceful and beautiful swan.
The ugly duckling had transformed into a beautiful swan.
The ugly duckling had transformed into a beautiful swan.
All of the other swans came to greet the newcomer and stroked his neck with their beaks.
All the other swan come to welcome the new swan and stroke their necks.
Finally, the ugly little thing was accepted and loved by his new friends, to
Finally, the ugly duckling was finally accepted and loved by his new friends
whom he belonged.
to who he belonged.
The beautiful and graceful swans.
The beautiful and graceful swans.
A family with 2 children came
A family with 2 children came
to see the swan swimming.
to see the swan swimming.
Look, there is a new one.
Look, there is a new one.
Father, mother, come here.
Father, mother, come here.
There is another swan.
There's another swan.
A new one has arrived.
A new one has arrived.
The new one is the most beautiful of all.
The new one is the most beautiful of them all.
Oh, he is so young and pretty.
Oh, he's so young and pretty.
The swan did not know how to react to so
The swan didn't know how to react to so
much praise.
much praise.
He felt shy and tried
He felt shy and tried
to hide his face.
to hide his face.
After being mocked and taunted and
After being mocked and taunted
bullied for so
and
long,
bullied for so long,
he couldn't believe he was being appreciated and accepted.
he couldn't believe he was being appreciated and accepted.
And he was actually being called
And he was actually being called
beautiful.
beautiful.
I never dreamt that I would see a day where someone would call me beautiful.
I never dreamed to where I will see the day that someone will call me beautiful.
I wish I had received the same love and affection when I was the little and ugly creature.
I wish I had received the same love and affection while I was that ugly creature.
I wouldn't have spent such a sad childhood.
I wouldn't have spent such a sad childhood.
Why do people treat others according to their looks?
Why other people treat others according to their looks?
That is so, so sad.
That is so, so sad. Bien, well, to give like a feedback or a conclusion to this practice or activity, I would like to say that it's very demanding for me, at least because I haven't practiced that much in the past few months. And at the start, I couldn't hear some words. I have to uh, go back a few seconds. Also, I had to pause it. There were many problems with me repeating, for me to repeat properly the message. And the most important one was that I couldn't hear the word properly. I think because of the way uh, the characters speak. Yeah, that's mainly the thing. I have to practice my listening skills, because I noticed that the vocabulary I already had it, because it wasn't like a very complicated video or topic. It was a kid's tale, so that's what I can get out of this. I need to improve further my listening skills and also practice more for me to be capable of interpreting in an adequate way. Thank you for your attention, teacher. I hope we can see each other next time.